episode of Carroll Conversations. I'm Greta.
I'm Caroline Golden.
And I'm Maddie Lieb. And today we have joining with us Father Andriy.
Hello, nice to see you.
Father Andriy, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Father Andriy Kelt. I've been teaching here. Well, this is my 5th year. I also have 3 parishes, locally small parishes of the Ukrainian Catholic Church. Tuna, one in Ravlak, and one in Northern Cambria.
Okay, thank you.
Great. So we'd like to know what it was like, a little bit about what it was like growing up in the Ukraine.
I spent 18 years of my life there, and I loved it. I grew up in a country. We grew up outside. We actually were discouraged for staying outside. Actually, we were kicked out. Especially summertime, we were like, okay, you gotta go. Find something to do. Leave us alone. We got stuff to. And we would go to neighbors' kids like, hey, let's go do something. And sometimes we did something we were not supposed to do, and then we were punished. But we have created so many good memories. We had good times, and these memories, we made a lot of good friends this way, and by creating these memories, it's something that bonded us. And now I did move to the city around 16 years old, and this is when I went to Catholic school, and that was a wonderful experience, life-changing, I would say. Yeah.
Why did you decide to become a priest?
It does have to do. It has to do something with going to a Catholic school because of the profound religious atmosphere in that school. We had some nuns and priests, of course, teach, and it was really inspired, and they just presented Christ to us in such a way that you just couldn't say no. And I just wanted to serve him, and one time I went to confession. I actually shared a story with you, and I just felt so free. I felt so like as if like this burden was lifted off my chest, and I just so felt at peace, and I just it was just it was a moment of grace. It's hard to describe. I can use all kind of language, but it was a moment of grace that kind of make you think things through, what you want to do with your life, and what I wanted to do is to pursue priesthood. Like, how can I help others discover what I just discovered, right? So I thought, well, priesthood is one way. Well, I did consider monastic life as well, but settled on priesthood, which worked out, I think.
That's great. Could you describe what it was like, the journey to becoming a priest, and what that looked like for you?
Sure. Well, in order to become, you can't just become a priest, all right? So you have to go through discernment. You have to go through formation. It takes years. So, like first I started the process in Ukraine. We had a year of cantor school, because in our church we sing everything. So, a priest that doesn't know how to sing, it's like a torture in liturgy. So they had to, okay, come on, we need to train our priests at least some basic things about singing. So I really appreciate that I did go. And then I went to, like, we call it minor seminary or college seminary, which is 4 years. We actually have one seminary here in the United States. That's where I came. All right, and so I did 4 years of college seminary, and then 4 years in grad school major seminary, which is in Washington, D.C. And then, I was ordained subdeacon right after graduation, and then deacon and priest. It's a long journey, but I enjoyed it. The seminary was probably some of the best years of my life. As I told you before, that all we did is, sleep, eat, learn about Jesus, pray, right? It's like heaven. It's worry-free life. Night's a little different, heaven, right? Of service to the people.
So tell us a little bit about your journey to America. Like, who inspires you? Who helped you along the way? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, it would probably take hours. Well, as I said, I decided to become a priest back in my native city of Lviv. We have seminary there. So I was okay. I'll just go there. It's a wonderful place. But the exams were kind of in June. But there was an opportunity to go to seminary in the United States in Stamford, Connecticut. I was like, in March. I was like, well, I guess I can try here. I know some English. So and in order to go to seminary, you have to take entrance exams. So you gotta prove that you are smart enough to go. Yeah. Right? It's very competitive. Right? It's like SATs. You gotta take SATs and stuff. Yeah. Right? So I took it. It was very difficult because you have to go through all of the evaluations and stuff. And I passed, and I entered here first. I didn't want to go through this again, so I came here. There was a good. That was in 2002. And the reason why I came to the United States is because I believe the education in the United States is better. And second, I came to believe that God called me to come here to spread the good news. Eventually that's what I came to believe.
Great. So what are some of the experiences that shaped your faith since being in America and coming here, and what experience have you encountered to shape your faith further as a priest?
Well, as I said, I'm being here in seminary all of my, formation years. So I was gifted my faith by my parents, my grandparents, my relatives, right? So. But to understand it better, to deepen it better, it happened here in the United States through numerous priests, formation directors, spiritual directors. I have so many people on the way that influenced my. One example I would think that made me really think and appreciate the Catholic Church even better when I came and our rector took us on a trip. We went on a trip to DC for March Pro Life. March Pro Life. I'm pretty sure it was 2002. 2002 into 2000. No, it was 2003 then, because March Pro Life happens every January. So when we went, first I did not know that abortion was a big problem. It was. I could imagine how in Ukraine it's probably one of the biggest. Ukraine is, and other Soviet republics, former Soviet republics, abortion is like part of life, and that I came to realization how bad it was. And and how Catholic Church working tirelessly to eradicate it from our life, from the life of the nation. and the life of the world. So I was, for example, in that way I grew, and of course grew in all other aspects of my life and my faith. I was strengthened in those other areas. But again, I had a lot of good people in my life, and I appreciate all the assistance.
So now that you're here, what is your favorite part about Bishop Carroll and being a teacher here?
Oh, I've been here for almost 5 years, so I love all the people I work with. It's I come every because I want to be here, right? And I always enjoy my coworkers. I enjoy, of course, my students. I always see you guys. Never dull moment with you guys. It's always something. It's just when you pay attention, you ask questions. Makes me it's like it's the way I see it is it's like you discover things about your faith, and I also discover things about faith as well. We grow. It's as if we grow in faith together. That's how I look at it. And overall, I just like the religious aspect of the Catholic school, right? Something that I think is very important. Something that brought value to my life, and I hope to kind of pay back what I received. The best I can. Right.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Father. Thank you for joining us today.
Sure.
And if you need any additional information, feel free to visit our website or give us a call. And join us next time for another episode of Carroll Conversations.